Do you feel that you're good enough to handle your own startup, but the results are not optimal? Are you starting to feel tired? Then the time is right for you to start hiring someone who can help you be more productive and make progress for your startup. Finding people may take time and money if you use a recruiting agency, but you can hire someone without spending more of your money and still can get someone who is qualified and meets what you need. Hi, here's Naila, a recruiter from Blankon Technology Solution. So today we will talk about how to recruit the best candidates for your startup and how the flows of the hiring process. The first step is to identify the hiring needs, especially the most urgent position. After we know the critically needed position and make the detail of the job descriptions and requirements, then we can start our hiring process. The first step is sourcing. Sourcing is when we actively search for potential candidates who can fill our current open positions. Then, the question is, how to source efficiently? Check company's database and consider past candidates. Usually, the company always archive the potential candidate database for a similar position. There are often a few talented and potential candidates that are still not contacted before or maybe not making up to the last hiring process. We can consider revisiting the resumes of past applicants and contact them again in case they are still available to hire. It can save our time because we don't need to source a new candidate. Maximize social media and use your portals to boost potential candidates to come. Using social media is very important nowadays. We can use social media to post and share open position. For example, we can use Instagram, the company website, and LinkedIn. Since social media has a wide network, these methods allow you to spread job vacancies to all your connections and has the possibility to reach a larger audience. We can also reach out to potential candidates directly. Sometimes, if the people you hire are not interested in the position you are hiring for, chances they know someone who might be a good fit for the position, so maybe they can refer it to us. Implement an employee referral program. Employee referral programs are one of the internal methods for finding and hiring employers. We can ask existing employees to recommend candidates for open positions. It's a win-win solution actually, because we, as the company, can cut the budget and also save our time to find the right candidates. The employee who are referring their friends or their peers can get benefit because they help us to find the right candidate. And the friend that referred by our employee is happy too because they get a new job. The second step is screening and shortlisting. After attracting some candidates to the job posting that we share, then it's time to identify the candidates from all the applicant lists who meet the required criteria for the open positions. And we need to decide who will move forward onto the next step of the recruitment process. The next step is interview. When it comes to interview, a candidate's first impression of the company is very important. So the interviewer must be prepared. It's really important to make the candidates feel comfortable and excited about our hiring process. And as interviewer and the representative of the company, make sure that you are just as excited about getting to know them as they are about being considered for the role. Also, don't forget to always be on time and be respectful of the candidate's time. If there are any obstacles that might appear, let the candidate know first. And also, as the bridge between the company and the candidate, we need to make ourselves available. It means we have to provide the candidates with our contact information so they are able to reach out whenever they have questions and concerns throughout the hiring process. The next step is selection. When it comes to the selecting the right person, we need to reflect on what we already learned about the candidate skills, personality, and their experience from the interview. We also have to consider the best potential candidate and choose the one who will fit the team and the company. It's really important to think about what the company and team needs and choose the candidate who will help the company to achieve the goals. The last step is offering. After choosing the most suitable candidate, then we can invite them to the last step, an offering session. After setting a meeting and making a verbal offer to the top candidate, we have to send an official job offer letter. The offer letter usually contains the terms and conditions of employment. Include job details, such as job title, starting date, compensation and benefits, deadline for accepting or declining the offer, so we make sure that we are not wasting anyone's time for the answer. To find out if a candidate you choose is the right one, then you have to keep an eye out for the following qualities. The right person take a deep research on the company. The great candidate is someone who has done their research on our company and the position in advance. Someone who not only knows about the hard facts of the company business, but they also have a bigger picture about our company's culture and values them. Showing enthusiasm. The right candidate will show great enthusiasm to the company. You can see the enthusiasm in their body language and hear excitement in their voice when we have an interview or talking session with them. The way they communicate. The way candidates communicate is so crucial, and sometimes it is kind of hard to find people with good communication skills. So you can see the good communication in people when they have a clarity of talk. They also can bring and present the ideas in a clear, concise, and complete manner, and also they are being a good listeners and take their time before responding. How they bring the new ideas and how they can give contribution in the company. When hiring someone, it's so important to have a candidate that needs to be forward-thinking and show what they could do for the company and specifically bring to the role. The first one is skills and experience. Experience is an important factor to consider when you are hiring people. When you have to choose between a candidate with experience and one without it, it often makes sense to choose the one who has experience, right? But still, experience isn't everything, especially if we hire a fresh graduate. So make sure to not always focus on the experience, but also the potential skill that they have. The next one is attitude and communication. It's really important to see the behavior of the candidate. How they gesture, like the way they sit in the new place, how they look at other people, how they get into the interview room, and from how they communicate. But also consider if they are too polite, there is a possibility they only show their face at the beginning. Attitude should be in the right place, not too arrogant and not too shy. The next one is cultural fit. Company culture refers to a company's personality. Every company has its own culture. For example, some companies have more flexibility and many variation and always changing when it comes to the work tasks, while other companies have a culture of strict tasks every day. Some companies need a teamwork task and socializing with coworkers, but in the other companies, require the employees to work individually. So, whatever the culture is, make sure that the candidate we choose will fit with company culture that we have. So that's all I can share about the recruitment and how the hiring process. I hope this video is helpful and giving you a new insight. See you!